Hi everybody, my name's Abigail. I'm a therapist and a psychic medium and I'm passionate about manifesting. Today I want to talk about manifesting with a twin flame and the purpose of a karmic relationship as well. A soulmate who's just like intense, next level. So let's start. So usually what happens is you'll be going along living your life and you will meet a karmic person. This relationship, it feels like you know this person. It's incredibly intense. It's fast. It's hectic. It's full on. It might get off to an interesting start, but anyway, it's intense. And it can sometimes drag out for years and years and years because the purpose of this intensity is it connects to your deepest wounds. And this is what I've noticed from working with my clients. They have this almost obsession about the relationship has touch them in ways nothing else could. It's exploded and there's a massive disconnection. How do we bring this back? And they're always wanting to bring this person back and they're always wanting to understand what's happened. Although the thing I do notice with my clients is they're not often willing to listen because they're so caught up in the story of the intensity and this person touched them like never before. The other interesting thing, sorry, no disrespect, people that I read for is, and they know this because I usually say it, is these relationships often feel like high school. They often feel like childhood wounds when you feel into what's going on within this connection. And so the karmic or the soulmate person comes along, there's a massive intensity, there's an obsessive energy. And what this does is, the purpose of it is to activate all your wounds. They're a perfect match for all your wounds and all your intensity of connection that you want and crave that's hidden under your wounds. And they bring them all to the surface. And through this process, usually what will happen is people become quite conscious that things are happening to them. Like they don't have a choice. Like they're in so much pain usually that they have to start understanding their world a little bit more, or often a lot more. And this process can take years, honestly, and it's very wounding. And so that's obviously something no one would manifest, and it's not something that anyone would want to go through, but it happens, and it's drawn into your life. When you're drawing in love, you will often draw in this awful experience, it turns out to be, because you're not aligned with love. You have too much old stuff that needs to be moved. So this person will come along, you'll have this most intense relationship, and you'll always be on opposite pages. Like one wants to get back together, the other doesn't, then it switches around and it goes on forever and a day. Anyway, eventually you'll come to a place of peace. It can take a really, really long time, but you get there, and then out of nowhere you'll usually meet the twin flame. How interesting. When you're least looking for it, when you don't expect it, it turns up and it's got the same connection. There'll even usually be similarities, like, what? Are you another version of the same? But there's a difference. It won't have that overwhelming, incredible obsession. It will, but it will be light-filled. It'll be a deep draw towards, not an obsessive, I have to have them, that's it. It won't be like that. It'll be more calm and more peaceful and more considered, but still very intense and still very definite in the way it comes forward. So this is where manifesting comes in, because usually these relationships will fall to pieces as well. Sorry to say, but the difference is that, okay, the soulmate, the karmic person, they contracted your energy. The twin flame expands your energy. And so what does this mean? It means that usually if you can get beyond the drama and you can be in your heart space and you think of this person, or you breathe with this person in mind, you'll expand. Whereas when you breathe with the other one, you contract. So you have to start paying attention to what happens within your body when you think of these people. And you can do this with anyone, by the way. Think of them, and when someone contracts your energy, they're feeding into the parts of you that are rejecting this. When someone expands your energy, when you really bring them in, then you know, like, whoa. But Okay, let's go back. So the karmic person, soulmate person you met that was so intense, they activated all your darkness. So they bring up all these wounds, they come to the light, you look at them, you heal them, and you go on your merry way, living your life. And then you meet the twin flame, who again activates you in a light, beautiful way. But then there comes the breakup. And what do we do? And then you have this obsessive, like, oh my goodness. And you will know if you've done any kind of online search or read about twin flames, is that it's about making you whole. But what they actually do is they activate your light. So so the karmic brought up the darkness, but then we didn't refill the darkness with light. So the next one comes in to fill the light. It's not always easy to integrate that amount of light into where you're at, because there's still little bits that aren't quite aligned. So, you'll always be told, go do the work, go line up with yourself. But lining up with yourself is often still releasing pain, but it's also with a light in front of you, drawing you continuously forward. Whereas the karmic soulmate partnership, it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that at all. It's more a duty and a responsibility and a way of being in the world. Whereas the other one is dreams and fulfillment on every possible level. Like, it's central to fulfilling every other dream in your world. So what do you do with manifesting? You go within and line up. Just keep going within and lining up. And know that if this is what's happening for you, it's not a fantasy. It's not a false reality. It actually is just bringing you to the next level of ascension, and that this will line up and will come in. You just have to do the same thing with your manifesting. You can bring it in. I think it's going to come in anyway, whether you like it or not. It's going to come in. So, but do your manifesting, because the process of bringing it in and you manifesting, the manifesting techniques will make you so whole and aligned with yourself, that, and so conscious in your day to day, and so aware of how to be in this world, that once you line up fully, you will be able to bring in anything you want with little effort, and you'll resonate to a point where you've ascended, and literally your light will flow from you in every way possible. So that's what I believe to be the difference. So if you need any coaching or you need any support, if you want to talk more, or you want to understand more about contracting your spirit and expanding your spiritual energy of who you are, message me or book an appointment and we'll talk. Okay, thank you.